Hey family, how you doing? I'm Tara. This is Tara's Take Family, and I hope that you are having a wonderful Monday. Happy Mass Monday. Today we are going to make these adorable, and I think I hid it for myself. Where'd I put it? I have it here somewhere. We're going to make these really cute zigzag pockets. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. So I've made a mini one as a sample. You've got a pocket here and a pocket here. Now with the larger paper, there's going to be 3 pockets, okay? But this is with a 6x6, and I thought we'd do a couple with the smaller paper as well. I've got your measurements here, and I will let you know your measurements on the big ones. Let's go ahead and get started. You're going to possibly want a scoring board. I have mine because I used it in the first video, plus it helps with not ripping the thicker paper, which is what I'm using. So, and my paper's a little bit older. So anyway, this one is good. I need to trim off the tops of these. I am using some of my older paper, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this edge. These are from Michael's or Joann's. Both of those have like the rings at the top. Hobby Lobby's paper does not have that. I prefer Hobby Lobby paper. However, with this project, I do like using a double-sided paper. So I thought, you know what? I've got all these double-sided papers left over. I haven't used them. So let's use them up, right? Okay. I'm just trying to get this to cut that white off, or that little top piece that they always have on there. There we go. Hopefully I'm getting it straight, because it does help for this to be a square. You can do this with an 8x8. If you're using 8x8s, you want that medium sized pocket, I would do it at and you'll see what I'm talking about in a sec. I would measure it at 2 inches, and then on the portion where we're going to do the folding, I would measure it at 3. Is it 3? No, I would say 2 again. Maybe 2.5. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Let me think about that. But the 6x6 is, you're going to be marking it at 1 inch, and you'll see, like I said, in a second, we'll mark these. And the 12x12s, you're going to be marking at 4 inches. Okay. That's why I think the 8x8 would be good to mark it at 2. But when we go to fold this, we're going to fold this at 3 inches. So I'm thinking folding the 8x8 at 2, like I did for the smaller one here, would be better than, or maybe 3. I don't know. No, you know why? Because you're going to want it to come out in thirds or fourths. So it probably might be a 2.5 by 2.5. I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably doing all the math wrong. Not a big deal. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me put this down so I don't cut myself. I'm going to use my ruler and a pencil, okay? And I think it doesn't really matter. These are all double-sided. I mean, this one's plain, but I think it'll be easier to see it here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my pages, and I'm going to do this. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to be marking it on the top left and the bottom right. Okay, top left, bottom right. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to sit the ruler here, line it up, and do a little mark at the 4 inch. Right about there. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip the paper, and I'm going to do a mark at the 4 inch again. Okay, so you have one down here, it's hard to see, and then you have one right here. Okay, so you're gonna, when it's all said and done, you're gonna have kind of a slant. Let's go ahead and cut this one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I probably should have marked this on the other side so we could see the line, but it's okay. So we're gonna look for our line, which is right here, okay? And we're gonna, let me think here. Did I do this right? Oh yeah, that's right. Let me scoot this over. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have that line right there. And it's kind of hard to fit this on here because of the way, the angle it's at. But it's my desk actually. I'm pushing up against this box I have right here. Okay, there we go. Now, this end, you're gonna turn it sideways and we're gonna cut it at this angle there. Now, it's missing on mine because I've got a cramped up desk here. So I'm just gonna snip like that. Okay, so you have two pieces. You have two pieces like this, okay? See how it's slanted? Okay, so now bring your scoreboard in. Wherever Miss Tara put hers. Oh yeah, right here. Now I don't have, sorry about that loud noise, that was my cutter falling over. I do not have a huge board, okay? So I'm gonna be using the bottom half, not the top. This is gonna go into my scrap bin. You could use this, but it would be upside down. So you're gonna put that as a scrap. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line this up with the flat edge here along the top, and I'm gonna go in at the 3 mark. Okay, we're just gonna score this. And then we're gonna go at the 6 mark. Now, since I don't have a larger board that's a 12 by 12, the way I did it last time was I flipped it like that and came back in on the 3. If you have a 9, you're gonna use the 9, okay? So, now you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you get to decide. I think I'm gonna put mine with that first, then this side. Okay. Now, as you fold this, kind of give it a little tug if you notice that your edge is kind of over, like mine is. Okay, and then you're gonna fold it this way. And you know what? I think I'm gonna switch this simply because, wait, I'm gonna go I'm gonna pull this so that it folds a little bit better. There we go. All right, I'm gonna swap this. So I'm gonna go from the front and fold this piece, okay? Then this piece. Okay, there. So now I have a little more print showing on my piece. And since I'm still having this edge not be quite even, there we go. Okay, now what we're gonna do is grab our glue and we're gonna put the glue along the bottom here. My glue's a little bit stiff. Okay, and then we're gonna have this piece right here. Oh, I went way too far over. My pocket's gonna kind of be small. That's okay. This is kind of my trial run, doing it on camera in front of you guys. I had to totally go in and reteach myself how to make these. Yeah, my glue is, I gotta undo this a little bit better. Where's my pin? I just had it. You guys, I have had, I mean, I'll tell you more about it afterwards, but I've just been moving stuff all over my house, wearing myself out. So if I'm a little worn out or seem a little worn out, that's why I am. So we're gonna go on this edge now. Oops. Okay. Want to make sure I'm in the camera there for you. Go down and across. Okay. Give that a little push. Okay. And now your last side. And you're gonna be, if you noticed when we're gluing on the long part, we are gluing on the shorter edge on each section. Okay? There we go. I think these are pretty cute. They're little zigzag pockets. They're fun. You can round this corner off if you'd like. I think I might. I didn't do that the first time out with these, but I think I might with this one and see how it looks. It's kind of, yeah, not good. So you might, wait, if you just trim it a little bit, it's because of the angle the paper's at. It's not really, so it's not so bad once you get it in there correctly. It's because the paper's so thin at that corner. Now I do have a tiny bit of overage here, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to use my, in my ink, and I think it'll be fine. Let's do a little ink on this one and see. And I probably should have, of course, done my ink on these parts, but I didn't. So on this next one, I'll try to remember. But look at that ink. It just, watch. I can see it from my angle. Look how nice it makes it look on those edges. Just that quick, it looks pretty cool. Burn those edges with your ink a little bit and make them look nice and old. Okay. I just love what ink does. I think it's the very coolest. I think it's probably one of my favorite parts of what we do is building that look. Now I did get some on there, darn it, but building that look, you know, of making things look really old. I think probably my funnest, the part I like the most is inking things. I do. I love it. Okay. So, now we saw that. You did the mark at 4 and 4. So at the top left, bottom right, turn it sideways, cut it at an angle, take the top side, put it aside, fold this part, score it if you want, and you have a pocket. Now you can also glue this in. You've got 1, 2, 3 pockets. I don't know why I said you'd have 4. I'm sorry. Or did I say 4? Maybe I didn't. But you can have 4 because if you want, you can, of course, glue this in so that you have your top, or you could glue it in so that you have a side pocket. Okay? Either way, you've got a lot of pockets and it's cute. And you're getting a nice piece of scrap paper for later that's, you know, still got some use to it because of the size and everything. So yeah, it's cool. Let's do a small one so that I can show you them both. I want to make sure I do that. So what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to flip it. I just did some ink on the back because it was bright white. Okay, and I wrote on there 1 and 2, correct? Yeah, so, oh, I guess I was right. It was 3 pockets because this one was 2 pockets. Okay, so with this paper, it doesn't really matter because everything's going all over the place. But if you have, you know, a paper that you're working with that has particular design that needs to be upright, remember your top is going to be your first, you know, do their little line there. I'm going to bring that to the edge, and then bottom, other side, same thing. Okay. All right. Now on here, we're going to cut it on the small cutter. Okay. And you got to bring, like I said, got to get it at the right angle. There we go. Now this one, because of the design, I could probably get away with using both of these as a pocket. So if you have that type of design, you can use it twice, which is nice, right? I can see that my measuring was off because I've got like 1/8 of an inch there on one of them. I think I'll use the one that's a little bit bigger, so the pocket will be a little bit deeper. And flip it over, and we are going to mark it at 2, okay, and 4, since it's a 6-inch. Okay, now I think on this one, yeah, so I'm gonna do it like that so you can see more of my design. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over this edge with some of this more darker coloring here. Be careful when you score, because I kind of tore mine a little bit. I think I'll go ahead and just trim up this edge and get rid of that little tear. Easy fix. Okay. I don't really think this matters on this section. But there we go. There is our next one. So again, you're gonna put your glue on the short edge and the bottom. Close it up. Okay. And this part, short edge and bottom. There we go. Fun, right? Okay, I originally got these from Gail Agostinelli, and she got them from someone that she couldn't remember. And I got them from her, of course, like 2 years ago. So I have absolutely no idea where they originated. Maybe one of you know, and can let us know in the comments. That'd be awesome. Okay, so there's 2. Now I'm gonna get rid of my little board because I'm only gonna make a couple more larger ones now. Oh boy, and I have got this board fell over, and I really have to be careful one of these times. Okay, let's look at what paper I picked. I just tore, they're all approximately kind of like, they're from a Michaels pad from eons ago. This one's from a Joann's pad. That's cute. I think I'm gonna do this one and that one. Yeah. All right, and then I'll just keep the other 3. That'll be 4, which y'all know my rule now. I don't make a ton of anything, so. Okay, so we're at, this is the top. Remember our measurements, 4 inches. I actually could just, use this if I wanted to, huh? Yeah. How about, nah, how about I not? Because I'm going to mess it up. You know how I am about measuring things. Let's see. If I went to the 8, I guess that would be 4, right? Yes. This is taking me longer than if I use the ruler. Okay, bottom. Same thing. Bring it to the 12. I act like I know what I'm doing. You guys know how I feel about measuring. If you've been with me for. Okay, guys, so sorry about that. My phone died, and I have had to be charging it. So we were about, I believe when it died, we were about to cut this paper. So I'm going to take it from that mark, okay? And I'm going to swing this one around. I will have to, I think for whatever reason, maybe I used a different cutter before. I don't know. but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and then I'll just, like I did before, I'm gonna snip that the rest of the way. Okay, and let's see, I'm gonna use this part. All right, let's take that out of the way again. Bring in the scoreboard. Oh, I've been having to wait for like an hour to get this phone recharged. Oh, so annoying. Okay, grab my little thing here. So we're gonna do 3 inches. I'm gonna be careful because on that last one, I actually was pushing so hard that I tore it. Silly girl. And then like I did before, because mine's small, I'm gonna flip it and go back to, oops, I did it again. I think I just cut that. I snap it down like that. That's not good. Okay, now I don't even think that it matters for me which side I actually fold this, because this is gonna be cute on either side. I like both sides, so yeah, I'm not gonna worry which side is dominant here. But that does look awful cute with the polka dots, right? Now, on this one, I'm gonna pull this over so that it folds down a little better. There we go. See? Right there. Ugh, Tara. Me and my little snap. I know, I'm gonna have to trim this. That's annoying. Look at that. And to make it even, I have to do this all the way up, so be careful. I think that's good enough. I don't think you can tell. Yeah, that's good. Oops, but it still looks torn right there. Shoot. Oh well, here we go. I'm gonna have to take it down a little bit here to actually get that torn section off. I totally am going uneven, but that's okay. Better. Okay. So as you can see, if you make an error, it's okay. You're still going to be able to get it to work. Isn't this cute? I like the color. So now I am going to do my little bit here. Make sure I get everything distressed, because I don't want to have to mess up the inside. So you'll just want to go back and forth on that, whichever side you choose, if you're double-sided like me. Okay. And there we go. All right. Okay. There we go. Very cute. We're going to go ahead and do our glue. Remember your short side on the inside. I think my glue probably dried closed because I was away from it for so long. There we go. Okay, oops. Came popping out there. All right. And yeah, I think I like this one. I might decorate this one. We'll see, but I'm thinking I might. And again, short side. Okay. All right, so how is everybody doing? Goodness, I've been doing one video a week because I've been sick, and I'll be honest, I've been studying my Bible a lot. In fact, last night I had been using my dining room table And I had moved like all of my commentaries and all my study guides, dictionaries, all that stuff over by myself over into the other room. And I've been studying so much, I haven't really been in here. And so last night I told Cordy, I said, you know, I miss sitting in my area, and I feel like the dining room's getting messy because I'm cluttering the table. So last night I spent the entire night reorganizing everything and moving a huge amount of Bibles and stuff and books and everything back over into this room. I cleared off 3 shelves behind me, believe it or not, and made room, cleaned out my desk, my other desk, my mother-in-law's, that Cordy's mom who passed away. I have her other desk, so I'm using that one. I moved my sewing machine and cleared off the top of the sewing table and made it an additional portion of the desk. And yeah, so I just worked and worked and worked last night, but I'm loving it. I'm so excited to be in here again in this room, because this is my area, and I felt like, oh my goodness, I haven't been over there in a week, you know, or 2 weeks, just to do like my mask make, and that was it. And everything else has been being done over at the other table. And then every time I wanted to do something, I was having to bring over, yeah, let's make this one. I was having to bring over stuff from here over there, because when I Bible journal, I use stickers, I use distress ink, I use glue, scissors, papers, you know how I do. And so I was like, shoot, I'm having to, you know, take this back and forth, and then I was keeping stuff over there that didn't really belong over there, and that's annoying. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to do my ruler like this time. Instead of on the outside, I'm going to take it like this. Okay, and grab my pencil, and there's that line. It's not perfect, to be honest, but that's okay. All right. And we had a winner on our Facebook group for the collage contest. She gets, oh gosh, you guys, dadgummit. Look at that. I almost knocked everything apart. Shucks. Here. Okay. There. Sorry. I'm so clumsy. Okay. We're good. We good? Okay. Anyway, Beth Davis won. She's one of my viewers here, and also a friend on Facebook, and we met via the channel here. But congratulations, Miss Beth. She won $25 gift certificate or gift card to Amazon. Not bad, right? For her beautiful collage. And if you didn't get to see the collage and you're a Facebook member, go ahead and jump over there, and you can see the winning collage. Okay, and say congrats. All right, so with this one, again, it's kind of one of those where it doesn't really matter, which is nice, because then you don't have to think about it so much. Okay. This time I am really going to try not to snap my line down here. I don't know how you all do that, but I have a horrible habit of pushing too hard and too quick, you know. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. Be gentle. All right, flip this over and do it at the 3 and do it gently. Miss Tara, I teach tomorrow and I'm back to church. Praise God. I'm finally able to be around people and not make them sick, I hope. Yeah, I just could not see getting folks sick. I think I'm going to do it the opposite. I like these flowers a lot. Yeah, I was, had that hanging on to me from Courtney. Whatever he had, I caught, and it just stayed and stayed. I'm still, honestly, when I cough, I'm still coughing stuff up. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'm going to use, instead of the walnut stain, I'm going to use my vintage photo, because I kind of don't want to darken that one too much. This is a lighter, and I think on that one it kind of looked a little grungier than I wanted it to look. So we're just gonna, so oh, I know my big news, and I didn't go because it's mortgage week. I had to pay the mortgage this week, so I don't have as much money on mortgage week, you know. But we they opened our Hobby Lobby, you guys. My little town of Casa Grande has a Hobby Lobby, of all things. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go. But I didn't want to go and not really be able to shop, you know. So I'm really bummed, but it's okay. I mean, I might go on Monday and after my PEO meeting and see if possibly, you know, I can get a couple of paper pads or something, because they're on sale this week, and I don't want to miss out on the sale, because I could use a few of my faves, and maybe they have something new. You never know, right? We never know what we're going to run into. I don't have any great need of anything other than that right now. So I'll probably just be enjoying the ambiance of Hobby Lobby. I'm so stoked. Seriously, you guys. I am. I can't even believe it. When I need something, I just run down to the store. I don't have to drive 50 minutes away. And I'm not kidding. It's like 50, 55 minutes away from me to get to the nearest Hobby Lobby anymore. Woohoo! I could just jump and dance in circles. I'm serious. I'm so excited. I was so excited. And last Sunday even, we couldn't go to church because of my cough, but we did go and get something to eat. And when we went, we drove by there, and it was like, opening soon, you know, big sign. And so Courtney's all, let's go over there and I'll take a picture of you. And I said, no. And he goes, yes, it's your favorite store. So yeah, so he took a picture of me standing outside Hobby Lobby. And the guy that works in there, he was in the front part, you know, where they do all this stuff, you know, in the lobby part before you walk into the store. He was looking out the window at me, and I turned around and I made like a picture, you know, in front of the window, and he nodded his head laughing. He's like, oh, okay, you know. I was like, my husband's taking a picture of me standing outside your store. So cute. Anyway, but no, I'm not posting that picture. It's a horrible picture. I could just hear some of you, post it, we want to see. No. I didn't even want to take the picture, but I was kind of forced. My honey is like, he's so sweet. I can't say no to him. He's being all thoughtful and taking a picture of me in front of my favorite store. You know, he's so sweet that way. What a blessed woman I am. So anyways, okay, what do you think? This one's cute. I like it. So our last video was, it shut at 20 minutes. We're now at 15 minutes, close to. So I think I'm gonna stop and go ahead and decorate something here. We've got 4, which for me, I did it again. For me is plenty, as you know. Let's see, what do I have? What do we want to use, guys? I don't know. Do I want to get stickery with these, or I've got fun stickers I could add to it. Maybe. Maybe, baby. There's so many pretty ones in here. I even cut a couple of these out for my Bible, and I also did, oh, that one's pretty. I also did, what do you call it? I can't think of what I want to say. I think I like this one. I'm going to vintage the background, but like I always do, I don't like the white edges. But I was going to say something. Oh, I took a couple of them and put them on my computer. That's what I was going to say. I like this one for here. Oh, it's pretty. Look at that. And so easy. Made it so easy. Let's see if we have anything that would like complement it to go up here, you know? And then maybe a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of lace or something along the little lines. That might be cute. Super easy with adorable little stickies. I like that. That's pretty. Oh, you know what? That one's cute too. Yeah, and I accidentally cut right through this car, but I was so glad it was through that car and not through, I kind of like this little vintage sign, that it wasn't through anything else. I was like, no! And then I saw what it was and went, oh, okay. I can survive that. So I think I'm going to stick this down in here. Come on. Get in there. There we go. If I can get this, I don't know, is it going to cover it? You know what? It might not work because it might be too big. Yep, it's a little bit too long. I just like because it matches in the background. And then I was thinking that maybe I would grab this little piece of lace. I need to make a trip to the dollar store and get some of this little skinny lace. I do. And then I wonder if it would go here. Or maybe I should just do just that one section. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to put some on there. I'm totally making this decorating experience easy for myself. Can you tell? After having my phone die, I was kind of, and then having to wait and wait and wait. It did give me an opportunity to read tomorrow's devotion, and I'm going to, oopsie, doggone it. Look at that. I do not mean to do that. Anyways, I'm going to, after I finish here with you guys, I'm going to record our devotion for tomorrow, and then I think I might put that there. It'll be okay. Just kind of tuck it in to the, let's see, maybe if I go like that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and glue it down on the inside, and hopefully, I'm totally guesstimating on my 1/2 inch here. Looks like it's about right. And we're gonna hold this open because we don't want it to glue, of course, till we get that on there. And even then, I'm gonna take this corner here. This is just a sample, so I'm gonna sit that there so that it doesn't dry. You know, oops. I don't want it to dry closed. And that glue is, there we go. I love this little lace, and it's such a little cheap lace, but I've got so much lace in it, but it's all in those containers, and it's really hard to pull everything out. Oh my gosh, I actually really love that, how that turned out. And it's so simple, right? 2 stickers, some lace, and you're done. Let's put a little gold around the corners, or yeah, we'll do gold. I started to say another color, and I'm like, what am I thinking? Of course we're gonna do gold. Yeah. We'll do some golds here on this part. And that'll bring a little shimmer into our design. adorable. And since it was so quick, that was like 5 minutes, that was a fast decorating. Let's go ahead and do an actual, we'll do this one and we'll decorate it for reals, okay? Like I'll actually glue stuff on and have some fun here. I wonder if I could do, not this one, but no, probably not. I was thinking maybe a tab would be cute, but not these big ones that we made. I guess unless I did it like, nah, never mind. Okay, just thinking. Alright, what have we got in here? What am I going to put on here? Actually, I'm not sure, because this is kind of like, you know, when I'm away from my stuff, I kind of have to refamiliarize myself a little bit with things. I was thinking if I could fit something. What's in these drawers? Yeah, I'm always, you know, I've been away from everything. I haven't, honestly, I have not been crafting really at all, which is not like me, and this felt kind of weird. I think these colors are a little bit off. Yeah, there's more of a dullish looking, I mean, they're cute, but they're just not, these might have something in them here. Ooh, this is pretty. Yeah, we could do some, something with the, ooh, what's this one? Let me see. It's a stamp. I think there's a, like a Paris sign in here, but I don't know. Yeah, it's too big. Which is probably good, because I'd have probably regretted using it if I did. Because I'd probably want to use it for something else, you know. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Oh, darn. Doesn't quite fit. This one fits, though. Maybe I'll do this one. It says Paris, too. Come on, now. And then maybe if I put a person. You know, I love my people. And when I don't use them for a while, and I didn't use them for a really long time. And so now I'm kind of trying to get myself back in the mood. Let's get, or how big are these? I think these are too big. These are Tina's, and I'm pretty sure they'd look really pretty if they weren't too tall. Let's see. This one might look nice. And do like that. And we would take her and give her a little bit of color. We don't want just the black and white. Let's see if we can get a little vintagey look going here. I have not used these in eons. I mean, I don't remember the last time I used them. It's been at least 2.5 years, I would say. I remember cutting these out, these little feet down here. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. But they're so adorable. Let's see if we can do a little bit of photo, vintage photo around the edges so that we can at least make her stand out a little bit. You know, the bad part for me is I did these when this was one of the first kits I ever bought and from Tina, and I probably should have printed it on better paper, but at the time I didn't know. You know, I was just learning. And so I've kept them all these years, but they're on just regular printer paper, which, as you can see, is not the best to do these on. They would be much better if they were on a thicker. And if you're wondering who Tina is, I'm sure most of you aren't, but for those who are newer, if you're watching, Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah, that is who I am talking about. And I'm going to use my tape. I like to use the clear, you know, double-sided tape when I use stuff with vellum, which this is vellum. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use that because it'll make my life easier, and you won't be able to see the glue, you know. No muss, no fuss with this kind of thing, and it'll just be best. I'll have to peel it off from each other, but that's okay. Okay. Alrighty. I have got to get busy and finish my notebooks. I think I mentioned to you guys I was made chair of one of our committees in my women's group, and I was making them journals, or well, I was doing like how I cover they're just a book. What's it called? Oh my gosh, composition book. And I need to finish those. I have another person on my committee now, so I still have like, oh my gosh, 6? Yeah. I still need to make 6 of them. I have 9, including myself, I have 9 people on my committee. And so, yeah. All right, here we go. Get this in here. Now, I'm going to lay this down first. And hopefully this will look kind of cute. I hope. I think she's cute. I don't know what else I'm going to put on here, but we'll play with it a little bit and see. Get her little hand glued, and her skirt and her foot. I'm so messy with my glue, sorry. It's because I'm a shaky person. I'm not a person who has a steady hand like my mom. My mom had a really steady hand. And not me. I'm like my dad. He always shook. There we go. All right. Oh, I like her there. I think it's cute. I hope you do too. If you don't, well, that's okay. You don't have to think so. Let me look here real quick. I'm just peeking to see what I have. Maybe I can put a little sign or something. No. Too big. Too big. Let's see. Maybe a smaller. Nope, that's not even a sign. I'm looking in this little basket here. All right. My lamp. I gotta be careful. I have a lamp up above me, and you know how clumsy I can be. Wow, I do not know where I stuck these other little fussy cut type things I had. I guess, oh, here's some. Just, here again, just looking in there. I do have these little boots. Little girly stuff, you know. Again, from Miss Tina. I wonder if I have some shorter ones here. Let me see. That one's boring. Let me see. It's not boring for like if it were on the right piece of paper. It's just not. This one's shorter, I think. A little bit. Yes, slightly. Okay, so I'm going to put that. And let me go into this other part. What else do I have? We have other goodies, but I don't think any of them are what, wait. I could put Love Never Fails. Or I think we could put it across. I do believe that with those two things, I can make this work. Just closing up my little thing. I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally dumped that And oh my goodness, what a mess. What a mess. Now all I'm going to do is tear this down. What time is it? Okay. This video should at this point be about 50 minutes. I'm hoping I'm right with my math. Okay, so we're going to have lovely. Do I have two of them here? I do. Look at that. Oh, it's funny. I tore that one. It was stuck to the back. Shucks. Well, oh, well. It's okay. Here we go. So I think I'm going to put this down here to describe our girl. And this I'm going to put at the top. That boot just kind of reminds me of something she'd probably wear. And one more thing. We need like a, I don't know, butterfly or something. Let's see, what do we got in here? We have other goodies. More of those little double thingies we made, little what you call it, tabs we made from book page tabs. I wonder if we did, these colors really aren't right is the problem. I was thinking that like a little balloon might look cute next to her boot, but the problem would be that they don't really, they kind of clash. I'm not trying to be matchy, but there's definitely a clashy look there that we don't want. Yeah, this kit's mostly like a bright pink, aqua. So, no, not that. Let me look in my butterflies up here and see if I have any smallish butterflies. That would look good. That one might look good. He is very small. I did the boot kind of like that and had him flying across the boot. Oh, I like that. That would look okay. Not bad, not bad. It's not, you know, perfect, but it's cutesy. So we'll put this, should we put it up here? Would it look better at the top? I'm going to go ahead and get this guy here prepared. I'm just kind of cutting the white there, and this one too. See, watch. See how it's all bright white, and then if I just tap it, I don't know if you can tell, but it probably can't tell from there. Bad angle. It just looks better, I think. So I am going to put this, and then we might put some bling just to shine it up a little bit. Nope. You're going to be persnickety, aren't you? I sure hope that I can get my devotion done for Monday before Cordy wakes up. He's in a nap, taking a nap. And because the phone died on me, I missed like an hour while I was charging it up. You know? An hour or so of his nap, and there we go. Got to get that right at the right spot because it's almost too tall. And then let's get our little butterfly. A little butterfly who's got a wing I just noticed that's trying to come off. Didn't notice that at first. Is that it? There. I do like the little guy there. I think it's cute. Now, here's what I'm wondering. Should I put that there or should I put it up here? I kind of like it here because it says, "Isn't she lovely?" Let's see. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. You know I'm gonna have that song in my head for like the rest of the day, right? Silly me. I should never have uttered it out loud. There we go. And Love never fails. Huh. So you do that there and then put like, what do you think? I wish I could hear y'all. I have this, I don't think it would fit. I think it's too big. I was gonna say I have this velvet, but yeah, it's too big. It would be, plus it just doesn't really look that great, so. No. I think we'll go ahead and just let this little flower decorate itself right there. Decorate the area, and we're good. All right. Okay. And I'm going to put this across straight and not slanted. There we are. Grab my diamantes. I've got vitamins up here, and everything's about to fall when I try to reach for stuff. We are going to do gold, the pretty gold here. And I think I'm going to put him on the back of the butterfly like I always do. Can y'all believe they built a Hobby Lobby in my town? I cannot. I mean, I'm really kind of, it's really kind of surreal. If you have ever been to Casa Grande or know of Casa Grande, it's just kind of really, oh, darn. Did you see that? Dumped it right on the glue. Yeah, totally doled it out. I gotta cut another one. Wait, is this one a good one? Yeah. All right. Do it right. Do it right. There we go. Anyway, yeah, Casa Grande, to have a... Is that my funky ones? I think that is. Because I have funky ones, and then I have the real ones. See, yeah, it's a funky one. I don't like that. I'm going to take it off. I know. Just let me cut another piece here. And anyway, yeah, but our town... It's small. I mean, it's a nice little city. It's got a lot of land mass. It's just not, I mean, it's, you know, I mean, you can get anywhere in town in like 10 minutes. So, kind of tells you. I mean, at least it's 10 minutes, but still, it is truly, you know, on the smaller side. And so, which we love. It's not Phoenix, which is massive, and it's not Coolidge, which was hardly anything. So there we go, guys. I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoy and give these a try. If you do, I'd love to see them or hear about it. At least comment and let me know that you tried them out. And I will see you guys in the next video, and I will really try my hardest to be able to record this week and do some fun stuff with you guys. And I miss y'all. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for hitting that like button and sticking with me throughout the video. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye. God bless.